So, hey Brian, you can.
Yeah.
While we're wait, oh, there's Mike. There's Mike. Hey, our show's gonna start in a minute. I'm trying a new thing here, Mike. We're
What's
gonna
that?
do the little pre-show talk. You know, the little was it? What do they call that? A hot intro.
Or just pre-show hot intro. Okay.
So
I'll,
for
I'll,
any,
I'll buy any one of those.
okay, you'll buy a hot intro. I'd like a hot
I'd
intro.
buy that. I'd buy that for $1.
Are we hot introing right now?
Right now, we're online, baby.
Oh
So
my god!
So if any
Oh
of
my
you
God.
guys are watching this, we are expecting our guest, Nicole, I believe it's Gugliucci. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. She has not showed up yet to the invite, so hopefully we'll bring her in situ, as it were. You like
Well,
that?
she's a very busy woman.
She is. She's
First contact and all that. Oh,
there she is. Hi. You are
your
muted.
mic's muted. Your
There we
mic's
go.
muted.
Ah,
Yay!
Yay.
Yay! Sorry, I had time zone fail.
That's all right. That is fine.
I told you.
So we are online right now. We are doing we're doing a hot intro, I guess is what it's called. So in a second, I'm gonna. She has not showed up yet to
I
the
did.
invite, so
She said
hopefully
yay.
we'll bring her.
I said like yay.
Okay. So I am going to run the intro in just a second, and I just ask everybody to be quiet while the intro runs, and then we'll break into the show. And it's Gugliucci, right? Is that right?
Gugliucci.
Gugliucci. Oh, so it is
Yeah.
Gugliucci.
It was Gugliucci.
I'm trying to throw too many syllables in there.
Yeah, it has too many letters.
Okay.
I tried to tell him.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, do you think you get your
Yeah.
face in the middle of the
I'm
screen?
working on it.
Okay.
I'm working on it.
All right. Well, while you're working on that, here goes MythWits episode number 13.
It's the MythWits, a geek pop culture web series, broadcast live for video and audio podcasts. Watch us live at mythwits.com and find us on YouTube and iTunes, bringing you news and reviews about geek pop culture. We have comedy skits, play nerd-tastic games, and provide extensive on-location con coverage. And now, your hosts.
Hey, and welcome to the MythWits. I'm your host, Peter Bryant, and tonight I am joined with. Hey, Mike, 1, 2, 3, go! You resisted. I can't believe it.
Oh, hold on a second. I gotta take a selfie.
Oh, here we go. Here we
take a
go.
selfie.
Right into the selfie.
You should Snapchat that. Is that what the kids do?
That's what
I don't know what the kids do.
Instagramma. I don't know.
that's our new. What is it? That's our meme of the week.
Wave, Nicole. I'm taking a selfie.
Pixelated hands! Pixelated hands!
All right. Hi, I'm Michael Kafis.
And Brian Olvera.
This is
Hey guys.
And we are joined tonight by Nicole Gugliucci.
Hello!
Are you famous yet? Are you working on it?
Oop.
Oh, wait a minute, we got some cyborg here. Give us a second here. Okay, there we go.
I knew it. She's a member of the Borg. She's
Oh,
trying
no.
to assimilate us.
She is coming on the cube.
It's just-
So
That's how I become famous. I assimilate everyone.
So, first things first, this show is not safe for work. Please do not play it if you have sensitive ears around you.
Pete.
What?
Is it safe for selfies?
It is safe for selfies. This show is 100% safe for selfies.
Selfie safe.
I do have my pants on tonight.
Why? It's a hangout.
Well,
Speaking of selfies,
I do it for my guests. I do it for Mike. Mike doesn't appreciate it when I take my pants off. Been so many times.
I don't know quite how to respond to that.
It's okay. You're amongst friends. You can.
It's cool. I'm not wearing pants right now.
So you reserve your pants off only when I'm not there, is what you're saying.
Okay, if that's what we'll go with that one. That's it. Okay, we'll go with that. All right, so Nicole is an astronomer, writer, educator, skeptic, maker of tiny comets, which we're going to come back to that, and all-around geek. Dr. Nicole Gugliucci has made her mission to study and share the universe. That's very kind of you. Known as the Noisy Astronomer, she earned a doctorate studying radio astronomy, and now leads the informal education efforts of the Citizen Science Project CosmoQuest. So welcome to the show, Nicole. We are very happy to have you.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, and wait a minute. Before the show goes too far, I got one thing to say. Ba-bam!
Now, you said that we couldn't lead with that. I didn't lead with that. I was going to wait for the end and ask. You know, I'm pissed. I am pissed.
I'll cut you off, Mike.
Nicole, do you know who coined that phrase by any chance? Do you remember who coined that phrase?
I can't remember.
Ba-bam! Oh, hold on. Perhaps this will help you. Wait a minute. Ba-bam!
This did happen before I started.
I thought the visual aids might help.
Yeah. So for those watching the show, including Brian,
And who was not at Dragon Con.
this was a Dragon Con reference. We were all hanging out, and just getting nutty, and it was just that came from.
Pre-Dragon Con. It wasn't even Dragon Con yet. We were having all the fun before it even started.
Was that at the Star Party?
I think it was at the Star Party,
Well,
wasn't
that's
it?
where
don't remember.
Ba-bam was incepted, but it
Oh, okay. It's not when
had a
was
long,
really-
good run at Dragon
Yeah.
Con all
It
week.
did. It had a nice weekend. Bam hung out with us for a while.
Yes, she did.
I think my man Sigler got involved in the Bam.
Oh my god. Oh wait, was that the night I got really
Yes,
drunk
yes,
and
it
started
was.
yelling about
Yeah.
football? Okay.
I think you're in a Star Trek outfit.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
A blue one?
Yeah.
Is yours blue?
Yes, yes, it was.
Science officer.
Man, I gotta. I can't remember. I go to the store, right? I can't remember the 3 ingredients I'm sent for, but I can remember what somebody was wearing at a con almost a year ago.
Maybe if at the store or someone who told you to go to the store was wearing a Star Trek outfit, maybe you'd remember.
That's it. My wife needs to be in a Star Trek outfit whenever she gives me the list.
They tell me you're supposed to dress for the job you want, and if I
Yes.
took that too seriously, I would be wearing that every day.
Oh, that would be a cool
I would
job.
absolutely be wearing that every day. So.
I like that. That'd be a great job. So let me. I'm gonna go back.
Wait a minute, how do you dress like a porn star?
Hey, stop.
Oh.
You don't.
You don't.
Didn't we just have this conversation?
Well, bam! Oh, there it is.
Okay, wait a minute. Oh, so we like to do a little promo of T-shirts. We're starting this new thing where we do a promo of a T-shirt that somebody has sent us or wants us, to pimp out their thing. But this week it's all me. I'm gonna pimp myself out. So I finished Rogue Chess up. I got my T-shirts in. So this is the king,
Nice.
and then I don't know. Let me see if I can get this straight. Can you see? This is the back. So that's it. Okay, enough self.
Hold on. And just because, like the good people at Total Con, if they want, for next year, we'll pimp their shirts early. This is the Total Con shirt from this year.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Mike.
So,
There we go. Yep, there it is. All right, excellent.
so, anyone who wants us to pimp their con shirts or, not.
Then, of course, coming out in a few weeks,
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait. What is that? Oh,
Elder Scrolls
Oh,
Online.
yeah, Game of Thrones, baby.
Elder
Ooh,
Scrolls.
that's pretty.
Elder Scrolls, son.
Oh, it's Elder Scrolls. I'm sorry. I got it wrong. Look at nerd fail.
Bethesda.
Wah wah.
And I'll see you lovely folks at QuakeCon in July.
Sweet. All right, so let's get on with this. What is a maker of tiny comments? Because I like that one. That one's
Yeah, I went
Comments.
searching all through the Maker websites. No one could teach me how to make tiny
Nobody
comments.
else making tiny. Okay, well,
No.
it is one of my favorite hands-on astronomy demonstrations to do. And this has been written and rewritten many, many times over. I think it really got started when Halley's Comet last came around. And you get dry ice and dirt and water and a couple of other little token ingredients, and you mash it up, powder it up, and squeeze it together, and you get a comet. So this is a cool demonstration of what a comet is like. And so I like to do this demo because it's fun. And so for a while, people were asking me to make this comet wherever I went when I was doing teachy type stuff. And so I just, will show up in a new town and be like, point me to the dry ice. So
so it's basically you're making dirty snowballs.
I'm making lots of dirty snowballs.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
perfect.
With dry ice, which may or may not be hazardous around children.
All right, so
Or adults.
I am involved with the Cub Scouts, and I'm a leader, and we're actually getting ready to do our science thing, and I was already going to do the experiment where you do liquid convection and then do like boiling water at one color and frozen, not frozen water, but near frozen water at another color, and show how it convects and swirls. And I'm still going to do that, but I think you've maybe convinced me. I'm going to have to get your recipe for dirty snowballs.
Yes.
That would be neat. So when you do that, can you do that and then kind of like in the right temperatures? Can you fling it and it'll like have a trail of ice and all, or?
It does have the gas, the CO2 gas coming off of it. But I have the kids blow on it and the gas comes off, and so that's kind of simulates that. You could blow a hairdryer at it, I guess. We do have the kids simulating impacts. When I used to do this with a group in Virginia, Dark Skies Bright Kids, they would run around and throw it at the sidewalk and destroy the earth.
Cool.
So they enjoyed that part. They enjoyed the making them, and they enjoyed the destroying them.
And the ice is not going to freeze their little fingers or my big fingers or anything?
Yes, that's why we had a container of oven mitts, old oven mitts we collected.
Okay, so you have to use oven mitts. Kids, don't try this
Don't try
at
this
home. Okay.
Yeah,
it's
without oven mitts.
All right, now I'm gonna go.
Don't try this with your pants off.
I'm gonna use this stupid English measurement here, but that's about negative 160 Fahrenheit, I think, isn't it?
Ooh,
is that about right?
Something like that. I think so.
Okay.
I don't.
What is that, like negative 365 degrees Kelvin there? I don't know, something like that.
77 Kelvin. I can't tell you what it is.
Mike, did you just say negative Kelvin?
You did say negative Kelvin.
Oh, God. That's our science major here.
No, I thought there was a negative Kelvin.
No.
Absolute zero. Is it never mind.
Showing us that their education, Mike.
Nicole, help me out.
No. That's
what was your degree in, Mike?
temperaturology.
No.
In high school?
No, in college.
Douchebaggery?
No. No. He's a sign language interpreter, so.
Yes.
So he got the sign wrong.
So he could. Oh, that's good. I like that. All right, so we've gotten ahead of ourselves a little bit. So, Nicole, let's talk about astronomy. You as an astronomer. So, when did you fall in love with science and decide you want to be an astronomer?
Oh, I always loved science, and I wanted to be an astronaut from when I was really, really tiny. And I think somebody somewhere when I was 5 said, well, to be an astronaut, you should be a scientist. And I said, okay, I'll be a scientist. And so that just kind of started from there. But when I was, in junior high, I think a couple of things all happened at the same time. There was a Mars lander and rover. It was, oh, crap, what was it called? The little Pathfinder.
Oh, yeah.
Pathfinder and Sojourner. Yeah, so that landed on Mars, and that was all going on at one time. And I saw the movie Contact in theaters, which, of course, is all about finding, spoiler alert, it's about finding a signal from intelligent life, and it's not quite the same.
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, no, I won't tell you about the end.
Wait a minute.
Nobody likes
Contact.
the end anyway.
Is that the one with the face-off?
No.
Oh.
No?
Mike,
That's
come on.
this.
Jodie
Never
Foster. All right, never mind.
Oh, okay. I'm not really good at media references. I fail at this.
Matt McConaughey, Jodie Foster.
Matthew McConaughey.
He was talking about the
Yes.
abyss, is what he was talking about.
I said that. I'm sorry. Go, please.
No, it's fine. So I got into all that, and somebody made the mistake of telling me you could be an astronomer as a career, and so I decided to do that.
That's not a mistake.
Why
That's
did we
great.
call that? But do you think it's a mistake now?
No.
Because I personally, anyone who tells me that I can't stand when people say oh, women can't do men's jobs or be scientists and things like that.
Yeah.
I hate them. I seriously with a passion, and I tell them that they should look at people like you and look at people who are making strides and doing more with their life than I've done since I got up for breakfast, and I even got up early today, and you've still probably done more than me today. So.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I was lucky. I didn't run into too much of that early on. I had really encouraging teachers, male and female, so I didn't.
That's cool.
I definitely didn't run into that early on. And I talk about this with astronomers who are not much older than me, only by a few years, and things have changed pretty rapidly. So
Yeah.
there are still issues. There are still lots of problems, but I managed to sneak in without too much.
Even with the kids coming up in your generation, Nicole, are they and those kids that are becoming scientists among your peers, is there still that kind of a stigma, or is that something in, say Pete's generation, the older generation?
Aww.
No, he's not wrong.
I subtracted myself out of that part of it.
Right.
Well, it's there are a large number of women who are in undergrad and graduate school for astronomy, for physics. It's starting to creep up, but there's still a big drop off at higher levels. So after the postdoc, when you're starting to look at tenure track positions, and you're starting to look at leadership positions, there's still a big drop off, and it's not that we haven't had time to catch up. We have had time to catch up. There's just a bigger drop off in women than there are in men, and there's a whole myriad of reasons for that. I mean, there are a lot of men who choose alternate career paths as well, but it seems to be stronger for women. So, don't know what that is.
Right.
There's a lot of factors there.
And what do you want to be when you completely have said, I am 100% grown up, I'm where I want to be, I'm doing what I want to do? What is Nicole doing? What is her position, title, and where will she be working?
Bridge of the Enterprise. I think we covered that.
Science officer for the Enterprise.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know exactly if there's one thing that I would like to do. As long as I'm doing something involved in science and astronomy and education, then I can pay my rent, I'm pretty happy.
She'll be happy when she's hosting the reboot of Cosmos.
Oh, there you go.
Reboot.
Right,
There's a few people ahead of me.
Well, you know what?
You can do it.
We learn so much all the time, especially lately, that you could probably run that series every generation or two.
Yeah, that's true. That is absolutely true.
So, all right. So you fell in love with science early on. You went from wanting to be an astronaut to being an astronomer. So instead of going into space, looking at space a lot.
Yes.
So I noticed that let's get around to this radio astronomy.
Oh yeah. I hear you're one of these astronomical DJs. You're sending radio signals into space. What is with this? You spinning some records or something there? You for the aliens?
She got 2 turntables and some asteroids.
Oh, I like it.
A Beck reference.
Yeah, man, Beck is one of my favorites.
I love Beck.
No, but seriously, so if anyone who doesn't know, I know, but if anyone doesn't know, what is radio astronomy exactly? I mean, like, how does that differ from, say, looking through a telescope?
So radio astronomy is looking at the universe, looking for a type of light that our eyes can't see. So looking for radio waves. It's long wavelength light. It's part of the electromagnetic spectrum, just like visible light that we see. But it's usually picked up by these huge antennas. And so the typical radio telescope is a dish out in the desert. And back from the movie Contact, there was that Y-shaped array of antennas in the desert, the Very Large Array.
Right.
So I kind of fell into radio astronomy because it was one of the first internships I got in college. One of the summer internships that I got was a radio astronomy project, and I knew nothing about it. And I kind of fell into this project where I was looking at data from a telescope called the Very Long Baseline Array. It's 10 antennas spread across the North American continent, all looking at one object at the same time. And so I learned how to make maps with that. And then the next summer, I got to work at the Very Large Array in New Mexico. And so I got to run around and pretend to be Jodie Foster with the headphones and everything, which we don't do in reality. I'm so ashamed of that now. But, it was...
Come on. It's okay to be cliche.
It was, it's like you're there. You have to do it. You just have to do it. Do the headphones. So we're looking at things that you can't necessarily see in visible light. So radio waves can penetrate through dust clouds, and so you see star-forming regions that are completely dark to optical telescopes. You can see one of the things I spent a lot of time was looking at jets coming from the vicinity of a supermassive black hole in the centers of galaxies, which was a little bit that they showed. Yeah, the little bit that they showed in the last Cosmos with the jets coming out from the black hole. My boyfriend turns to me, he goes, "Wait, if a black hole, if light can't escape a black hole, what's that?" He's pointing at the jet on the TV, and so I explained it comes from near the black hole, not from inside of it, and all
disk and blah blah blah, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I studied that for a while, and then in grad school I worked on a project called Paper, which is an array of totally not what you would think of when you think of a big dish radio telescope. They're these little dipoles, little squat dipoles on the ground. We tested them in West Virginia, and then they're still building the array out in South Africa now.
Wow.
Sorry. And they're looking for hydrogen gas from the very, very early universe, from when the first galaxies were forming. So, yeah, and I just kind of started in it, and then I just ran with it. I loved it so much, and I still love the invisible universe.
So what things are you most interested in finding when when you're doing radio astronomy? What are you're looking more at emissions from stars or from the gas clouds, or?
Me personally, I'm still mostly interested in the supermassive black holes in the centers of galaxies and the activity going on around them. There's another project I did looking at masers, which are like microwave wavelength lasers that form in those disks around black holes. So that's the kind of stuff that I still really like.
That's cool stuff. I don't know. That's just, and like it's funny because I like to read a lot, and a lot of times I read nonfiction books. So like I would say probably 70% of my reading is nonfiction, and I get into these books that are just way over my head, and I struggle through them. But it gets easier as you go further on. So like I read Brian Greene's Elegant Universe, and I would, oh my god, I listened to that thing like 3 times to actually really get it, because I would be like going through, and I was like, yeah, you lost me. I have to go back and listen to the chapter again. I usually do audiobook for my commutes and stuff, but yeah, when some of the astronomy stuff, I mean, like I like Astronomy Cast because they bring it down a little bit, to where it's not, not dumbing it down, but they're making it so that somebody who's not an astronomer.
To explain all the hard terms,
yeah,
the jargon terms.
So it's just amazing to me when I think about people actually doing this and they really, really, really understand what they're doing. I'm just kind of like, wow, it's just amazing that because like I get boggled on some stuff. Like for example. So you got the supermassive black hole at the center of a galaxy, and as you get this massive amount of gravity, time relatively slows down, right? So is time even moving in the middle of that thing, or is it moving super slow? And like how I don't know. I'm like, all right, well if it's doing this and we're doing that, and the stuff's coming out, but it's coming out in the time and the thing and I'm like, I can't make sense of this because like shouldn't time be not? I don't know.
No, but time is stretchy. It's part of the fabric of space-time. It's
as Doctor Who says, it's timey-wimey.
It's timey-wimey. There you go.
Right? No, I mean
relativity teaches us that it's timey-wimey.
I get it. I mean, because it's all relative, of course. So if if it's moving slower from its relative standpoint, by the time it gets to me, it's coming to this real time zone where I am, kind of, But still, it still like makes my brain go,
yeah.
like just like.
Oh, it does for all of us who work on it too. That you're not.
Okay.
We still have human brains, which are not meant to we don't live in relativistic space,
Right,
We're just,
right.
You do the best you can with our knowing the math and everything, but.
You should understand this, Pete. I mean, it's like West Virginia families. It's all relative.
Oh, okay. My family's from West Virginia, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Uncle Summerteeth. He is a nice guy.
No, I spent a lot of time in West Virginia in grad school because that's where the National Radio Astronomy Observatory's one of their big telescopes is, and it was like this little pocket of West Virginia full of scientists and engineers and technicians.
Right.
So it may not be typical, but I loved it.
So, and the reason why is because there's no light there, because there's no like technology.
There's
there.
no people.
No people,
yeah.
right?
That's why they picked the site. It was so underpopulated.
But
I'm
hey,
surrounded by mountains.
if we have any fans who watch this show or listen to this show from West Virginia, I'm a West Virginian, west by God, Virginian.
If you're listening to this show, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for giving us a place to put these telescopes.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
So, Noisy Astronomer. So, is that just basically because it's radio astronomy?
It was partly because it's radio astronomy. So I started blogging under title One Astronomer's Noise, and the joke was one astronomer's noise is another astronomer's data, kind of like one man's trash is another man's treasure. Because I was sitting through this talk, and they were talking about the quasar 3C273 being this noise they had to take out of their data to look at something behind it. I'm like, that's what I study!
Nice.
And so it was partly that, and then so when Twitter came out and I had to pick a handle, I just went with that. it ended up being more appropriate than I realized because I grew up in New York and sometimes have to be told to use my indoor voice.
Ah, okay, right.
So that's the other side of the nickname. So.
Okay, cool. So there is it's not just because of that. There's a more
not just
practical.
It's also shut up, Nicole.
Right. Shut up, Nicole.
up.
You're drunk.
You're not even drunk, but you're drunk again.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
right.
we just moved into a new office space with really thin walls, and I get shushed at least once a week.
Oh, okay.
Like, there's a meeting. Shut up.
So I noticed I was digging through your page, your web page, NicoleGugliucci.com. I think it is
something like that.
.org or I think it's .org. It'll be it's in our show notes already. But I noticed you blog at several places. Now, do you still blog at all this, like Discovery News and I know you for CosmoQuest, I'm sure. Skepchick, and what was the other one?
School of Doubt,
School of Doubt, that's it. Okay.
Part of the Skepchick network. Yeah,
Okay.
so I blog intermittently and spastically. Most of the time I'm blogging for CosmoQuest as part of my day job.
Okay.
And I'm sharing interesting stories that have to do with planetary science because that's what our citizen science projects focus on: Moon, asteroids, and Mercury. Or just interesting stuff that I see that I want to share. I'll occasionally share radio astronomy on there too. And when I'm not blogging for CosmoQuest, I'll try and blog about breaking astronomy news stories for Discovery News. So I've been doing that kind of as a side job for a few years now. And it's nice because I can, I have access to the papers, to the astronomical papers behind the press releases. So I can kind of dig more into the story and be able to share that. And then I'm also blogging with Skepchick and School of Doubt. So Skepchick is a site about skepticism and feminism, and School of Doubt is the kind of the educational sister site of Skepchick.
Cool.
Okay, so that's skepchick.com, because we want to give them plugs too, because we're friends of Skepchick too.
Yes.
So skepchick.com, and then what was the other one?
School of Doubt.
Schoolofdoubt.com.
Schoolofdoubt.com.
I think it's com. Org.
It's hey, if you're watching this video, here, hold on, I'm putting it on me real quick. If you're watching this video, look right there in YouTube. Go right there, show notes, because it's already there actually. So all right, so let's talk about citizen science, because that seems to be your thing.
Yes.
And it's very cool stuff. I love this whole citizen science thing. So let's give our audience what is citizen science should they not know.
Sure. So citizen science is when people who don't necessarily have a background in science are actually participating and contributing to science research. And so there's a long history of this that goes back to the early natural philosophers, right? A lot of the famous scientists we know of or think of weren't scientists by profession, like Isaac Newton was doing this, natural philosophy. The Herschels, which they talked about some of the William Herschel and John Herschel. They did not talk enough about Caroline Herschel on Cosmos this week. They use telescopes in their spare time to make these catalogs that we use today, catalogs of galaxies. There's a long history of people contributing to research, but because of new tools and web browsers and all of the digital data that we have, there are so many ways to participate in science now just using your web browser. Just a few spare minutes of your day. You can go on one of these many citizen science projects that help us classify astronomical data. We're getting terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of astronomical data now out of some of these observatories, and we need your help to analyze it.
Because I hear what
if
you're
only there was a place. If only there was a place that I could go on the internet. I love identifying craters on the moon. I love identifying them so much. Is there anywhere I could go that I could look at craters all day long and just say and identify them?
Funny that we have such a place. So
Are you kidding me?
Yes. All the craters you could ever want. All the craters you could ever want. At CosmoQuest, so that's the project I work for, we get data from the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, from the Dawn mission to asteroid Vesta, and from the Messenger mission to Mercury, and we are getting images of all of these surfaces and mapping craters. And it may seem like a simple task, mapping craters, right? Because you're like drawing circles. But
like 8 or 9 of them on the moon, right? There can't be that many.
It's just a few million. But yes, there were millions as part of it. Also, a computer algorithm can't do it that well. It turns out, they get confused by shadows and things. They get confused by really faint craters, which are really interesting because they tend to be really old. And so actually, we put out a paper in the journal Icarus, which is a planetary science journal, recently showing that citizen scientists marking craters do just as well as the experts. And in fact, the last 50 years of crater research being done by the experts, you have to have bigger error bars than we realize. When you compare experts to each other, it turns out that there's like a factor of 2 difference. But when you compare the work of a bunch of citizen scientists with the average of those experts, you get the same answers. And so you get the job done more quickly by having lots of people participate, and you kind of eliminate a lot of the biases of having just one person look at it.
I don't know, Nicole. After about 8 or 9 beers, they all look alike to me. I don't know if I can really identify one crater from a hair on my ass, to be honest with you.
I don't know, Mike. When I've had a few beers, the craters, they seem to just like double and triple and wind in and out.
And then they're turning into supermassive black holes.
They pop out and in and pop out and in.
Oh no, that's when I have something else. So
Usually the moon will have a face.
right. So let's. I want to get rid of some stereo or some myths here that seem to like constantly be around. They will not die. Okay, there is no dark side of the moon.
That's right.
It's dark half the time.
Just like on Earth, it's dark at night.
There is a dark side. It's just the side that the sun's not hitting at that particular time.
Exactly.
You're right. Yes. Yeah.
Which is
Okay.
improving.
Fair enough.
I would rather not be on that side any given
And
point.
actually that's the side that gets the crap pummeled out of it, right?
What do you mean? Oh, the far side.
The far side really gets the shit beat out of it,
love
right?
that
For
cartoon.
some reason, the far side of the moon is a much older surface than all those dark lava plains we see on our favorite side of the moon don't exist on the other side. Don't know what's up with that.
I thought my understanding. Okay, so here we go, Mr. Pete. My understanding is that because they get pummeled, that side gets pummeled so much because it's always facing the away from the Earth, so it always kind of takes the brunt of the blow. That it's been pulverized far more than the other side, so the other side's a little more pristine. At least that was my understanding.
The other side has had lava flows more recently in its history. By more recently, I mean 3 billion years ago.
Okay, right? Yeah, sure. That's yesterday.
So it's it got resurfaced in a way that the backside didn't. At first, it seems as though because there are parts of the moon side of the moon that faces us that is pummeled just as much as the far side.
Okay.
But it got resurfaced later on,
Okay.
and that's something that the number of craters in any given location could tell you is the age of the surface. So you can map out the entire geologic history of the moon by looking at the way the craters are distributed.
Cool. Well, that's why I got to go on a citizen science site and don't talk to me because I'll steer you wrong.
Well, that's the thing is we have lots. I mean, the scientists get involved in the forums and the blogs, and we have all these hangouts, and so we can talk about the science as well as do the science, and so that's what we have going on. Sorry, my throat.
That's all right.
That's what we have going on at CosmoQuest. You can do the science, you can learn about the science, you can talk about the science. It's not just marking craters. You can actually get really deep into it.
Now, there's no Nazi bases on the moon, right? That was
Not that we've found.
That was
How
Photoshop.
could
That
Nazi
movie was
bases on the moon?
hilarious.
We've never been to the moon, Pete.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Dude.
God.
Seriously. Okay, so I've been I actually ran one of my I was doing CosmoQuest images during the commercial breaks of Cosmos because I haven't had TV in a long time. I'm like, what are these commercials? I don't understand. So I'm marking craters during the commercials, and I came across one of the images of the Apollo landing site. It comes up in my screen, and all these little rover tracks. I'm like, freak out. I was very excited. So there.
That's part of the conspiracy.
But like I was using Photoshop just today, okay?
Well-
Anybody can Photoshop tracks, okay? Okay, before I go on any further, because I'm getting skeevy in my own skin, and that's really hard to do. I know we've been to the moon. I love the moon. I love the fact that we've been to the moon. There, I've said it.
Okay. Do you feel better now? Do you feel better
Yes.
now?
I was just, the charade was going on too long.
Now we have a
Your
friend.
check is on the way.
We actually have a friend that doesn't buy into the moon landing, and it drives me nuts. It's just
I
like,
can't find my tinfoil hat. I'm sorry. I have a tin-
Have you introduced him to Buzz Aldrin?
No.
Oh, we would love to.
Well, I would like to. That was the greatest moment. I swear that was I watched that like 10 times in a row.
You might say that was one small punch for man, one giant uppercut for mankind, science kind.
So awesome. I was like, kick him. It's like if he was 20 years younger, he'd be body slamming you right now.
Yeah, seriously. Ugh.
And you deserve it because he's a hero. Leave him alone.
You might say he'd send him to the moon.
All right. Okay. Wah wah.
Done, Jackie.
All right. So that's CosmoQuest. Now you're not okay. So you said the moon, but you also look at guys do stuff with Mercury. You said.
Yeah. So we have Mercury, the surface of Mercury, which is being mapped by a spacecraft right now that's been around for a few years. Because we only imaged like half of Mercury's surface until just a few years ago, and so now this is the first images coming back from the entire surface of Mercury. And then Vesta, which is an asteroid in the asteroid belt, which was orbited by the Dawn spacecraft. 2012. It was orbited for about a year, and they took pictures of this potato-shaped rock, which is completely bizarre. So we have all that too.
Okay. All right, cool. And there was one other thing too. You said Mercury, Moon, and
No, Vesta. That was the asteroid.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I zoned out there for a second.
Hail the space potato.
Hail space.
Space potato.
So,
yeah.
You an 8-planet or 9-planet person?
8-planet.
You and
Eight.
your 9-planet girl.
Good answer.
Deal with it, Pluto. Deal with it.
It was going so well, Nicole.
Good answer.
Nope.
I'm
Nope.
sorry.
Don't
I'm
care.
out of here. Oh,
Yeah.
No, I'm an 8-planet person.
It's very happy as a dwarf planet.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like-
it's the
like
only
special.
dwarf planet in our solar system.
No, it's not.
What?
Well, I mean, in
Mike.
relative.
Mike.
I meant in
Mike,
the
you're gonna
inner
get
planet, the
Don't fight
planets.
it. Don't fight it.
Just
Don't fight it.
give up.
It has friends. Pluto has
It
friends.
has a bunch of friends, and I think they just found another one, didn't they?
There was just another one. Yeah, it was 2013 VP some other numbers. Yeah.
And I think it might have a ring. Maybe is that the one, or is that a different one?
No, these two stories came out the same day.
Okay, so I'm confusing them. Okay, of course. Right.
There's an asteroid that had a ring around it, which is the first non-planet to have rings around it, and then I guess it was later the same day or the same week, I don't know, they were announced the discovery of another dwarf planet. So something further out in the solar system, similar to Sedna, which is the dwarf planet that threw everybody into a tizzy,
Right.
and started this whole So yeah, still lots to discover out there.
And they said that this other one they discovered, the one that's further out, something about its orbit might lead to a big planet. Like they think there may be a bigger planet out there a little further, maybe.
Well, it seems I actually was so blah last week. I didn't catch up on this as I should have. I'm sorry. But I think because it's they think that there are a bunch of other bodies out there in similar composition to that one in Sedna that haven't been discovered yet.
Cool.
So yeah, there's still lots more to find.
Well, that's what I tell people, and they're like, "Well, Pluto should be a planet." I was like, "All right, well then we should have what 30 planets?" I mean,
That's it. You'd have to let Ceres in. You'd have
Right.
to let Sedna in, and it's just,
And then they're like, "No, that's stupid."
they like the cartoon dog.
Right.
Cartoon dog. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Right. So,
Fine.
sorry, Pluto, but actually, Pluto, I like it. He gets a little special place. It's kind of cool.
And we're gonna see it. We're gonna see Pluto up close for the first time next year.
Oh, really? I didn't.
The New Horizons spacecraft has been on its way to Pluto for a very long time.
Yes.
But it will actually, I think early or mid-2015, it's going to rendezvous with Pluto and Charon, its moon, and we're going to get the first images that aren't fuzzy blobs of Pluto. I'm very excited about
That's
this.
going to be awesome. That will be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people think, we've seen places, not, well, sort of. Kind
Yeah,
of,
like
kind of seen
10
it.
pixels worth.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, all the pictures make it look like it's the way it is, right? I mean, it's always
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah, and
smaller.
oh yeah, right. And Jesus was a guy, white guy with a beard, and he
No,
like
it wasn't. Everyone knows Jesus wasn't white. Come on.
Everyone in these little squares know it.
right.
Oh God,
Right.
I'm hurting my head.
All right.
All right, you know what? This sciencey stuff is so cool. I love it. However, I need to know some geeky pop culture things about Nicole Gugliucci.
Oh dear.
I want to know, like, what is your favorite sci-fi movie, first of all?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna say Contact because that was instrumental, and and because once you get to the point where they talk to aliens, it's not really science anymore; it's science fiction.
Yeah.
So that's definitely up there. Contact. The first sci-fi I ever got into was X-Files, which is not like spacey at all, but I loved
It's okay.
X-Files.
It taught you healthy skepticism. It's okay.
Yeah, there you go.
It had its purpose.
It taught me how to yes. Agent Scully is my hero.
That was Mike's joint back in the day, man.
Yeah,
I
but for the
remember-
wrong reasons.
Oh.
Oh,
He was the Scully
I
man.
wanted to believe.
Me too. It's okay.
Yeah.
And David Duchovny's hot.
All right.
Well, I thought so when I was younger. At
Gillian
least.
Anderson, she's my,
She is,
He's
yeah.
still doing all right in Californication, the HBO show.
Is that still on?
wow.
I think so.
I don't have TV really. I don't know.
I sell DVDs, so I kind of. I'm like,
Okay.
And he doesn't mean like out of the back of a truck. He works at Barnes and Noble, so you know.
You like to come to my van, see my DVDs.
Hey guys, want to buy some movies?
Some
But,
games.
What you're sporting an iPhone, right?
Me?
Yeah, you're an iPhone, or are you an
I'm an
Androider?
Android person.
Okay, you're an Androider. All right.
She's a
Everything
droid.
else I own is pretty much a Mac.
So what game? And I'm asking this of everyone right now because this has just been entering my head as something I wanted to talk about on the show.
Oh God.
What game are you, first Nicole, playing on your phone incessantly that you can't stop?
Actually, I haven't been playing a lot of games lately. Sorry.
No,
I'm gonna be
not even in
embarrassed.
line. You're in line at the bank. What have you been playing?
See, I check Twitter.
Okay, so you're a Twitter. Okay, that's fine.
I play the
because-
Twitter game. I
See,
play
that's
the
fine.
random shit on Twitter game.
And
Twitter.
I can't get into it. Pete and I both. We just like, Twitter just is too. I don't know. Maybe because we don't have any followers. We don't have. No one wants to hear what we have to say, and the whole DMing of people. It's like we'd rather, if we like them that much, then we'd rather just text them. You know. But,
See, it started as a nice distraction when I was a grad student, and it just became how I met people like my current boss, Pamela Gay. So yeah,
I'm crazy into
it works.
See, I'm like so in. All right, so I'm like a Facebook addict, so I'm like totally into Facebook. And for me, I'm kind of like, I got Facebook, and Facebook's on everybody's phone, and I can send messages that way and pictures and stuff. Like, why do I need to do Twitter? So I've had a hard time getting into it. I mean, it has its place. I know that. I'm
Right.
just trying.
Yeah, I mean, usually most people use Twitter just to kind of shoot a message at a famous person because some celebrities actually do check it.
Right. But it's been a really good way to connect with that's how I got to know the rest of the astronomy blogging community and the skeptic blogging community was first through Twitter,
Right.
and then conferences and whatnot. So it's kind of, whereas Facebook tends to be people I've actually met.
Right.
That I keep that somewhat smaller.
all right, Pete, are you playing any games on your phone?
Oh God. Yes.
What are you
What do you-
playing?
Oh, he's embarrassed.
Cause I'm like, okay. I'm
Say
like,
it. Say it.
I am like, it's Angry Birds, okay? I'm like completely obsessed with the game.
All right. What is your latest installation? Are you still into the Friends, Angry Bird Friends?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, this last week was really awesome. Me and so there's three. No, there's three of us. It's me, Mike D. So you know Mike D. And I'm drawing a blank. Kelly. So Kelly from up at OGC, and you see her at TotalCon. The three of us are constantly in stiff competition with each other. It'll be like I'm on top, and then she's on top, and then Mike's on top, and then and it's just like, as a matter of fact, I was playing it yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I just took the top spot, right? and I go to another board, and I come back, and I'm like, dude, and Mike had taken my place, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna get you, right? So it was like, yeah, it's so stupid, it's so dumb. But
That's all right. Listen,
know,
I am a Simpsons tapped out aholic. I mean, I literally have to check it two to three times a day. I'm tapping. It's the stupidest thing in the world. It's like it's Farmville for the Simpsons. And I'm embarrassed about that, but I am the biggest Simpson file. I love The Simpsons. It is like my favoriteest show ever. And,
okay, if you're embarrassed by that, about a year ago, I was obsessed with the My Little Pony mobile game.
Oh,
so
nice. You're on the right
it was
show.
Farmville for My Little Pony. So
there's a whole little MythWits meme of bronies around here, so it's okay. We understand.
Okay,
Yay!
Oh,
God, if I had known that, I would have hit Jay up. Oh.
I know. It's never... I was going to talk to you and tell you that we need to add to the little the show doc we send to the guests.
Yeah.
That it needs to be like something strange, like little questions like that, like interesting facts about you. What is the most weirdest thing that you would be embarrassed to? Well, you wouldn't write it until you're like, right now we've already outed ourselves.
Yeah,
but
right,
still,
exactly.
No,
we got this guy Jay, and if you watch some of our other episodes, we have him do videos for guests. So that's how he comes on the show. He'll do like a little 2 or 3 minute video.
He's our one-take wonder.
Yeah, we call it.
I thought we were just going to cons and stuff were low budget, but he brings low budget to an all new low.
But it's so perfect. No. It's perfect. It's
beautiful.
Awesome. It's sublimely terrible. One take theater. He shoots his video, but I don't know how he pulls it off. But it works and it's funny, and he does some really really good ones. It's funny because I got really tied up. I was having a problem with the software that we use to capture all this. So like when you see this video, it's gonna be totally different than what you're seeing here. We've got all this integration. But he, I was having problems with the software, and I fight with it. I had to revert back to the previous software we're using tonight because I still couldn't get it fixed. But I was gonna have him do a video of Galactus doing a PSA about, I was going to eat the Earth, but citizen science, they spotted me and they thwarted my plans. I was gonna have him do something like that, and I was just like,
why didn't you?
Damn it! Well, because I got busy. I got super busy, and I couldn't remember to tell him to do it. Because usually I just give him direction, and he goes and he does it, and then he'll send me the video on Friday. And sometimes I won't even really watch it. I'll just throw it up, but just to surprise myself. So I'll think it's funny too. But yeah, that would have been a good one.
Brian, what are you not being able to stop playing on your phone?
To be honest, I don't really game on my phone.
Yeah, he just got this brand new big gaming rig, and he's all like, okay. Big and you can pee far, so I don't need my phone anymore.
His giggity rig.
Yeah.
Giggity. Oh my gosh! Like, if I were to really say anything, because there is a mobile game I play, but it's on my tablet. It's the Magic the Gathering.
Okay, the mobile version. I've seen it. Yeah.
That's okay to be embarrassed by.
No, I'm not embarrassed. That's the closest thing I can think of.
The only other game that I play, and I recommend if anyone, if this does not entice you at least, I play an endless runner game that I'm addicted to right now. Just all I can say is nuns, endless runner with nuns that run and shoot guns. And if you just look on any app store or anything and you type in nun, gun, run, you will find it. Rocks.
Will I get out my Catholic schoolgirl frustration?
Oh.
Hold on, let me put on my anti-hate shield.
What? Why?
It's my anti-hate shield.
Why do you have
is that even
at your computer?
Why not?
Why does he have anything in his computer?
Why not?
He pulls out he's in Texas, mind you, but he pulls out a gun. It's like an air pistol, but still. Yeah.
Just say,
picture with this. Shik.
Do you keep that next to your computer in case you run across like 2 girls in 1 cup or something like that? Oh God! Oh God!
Oh God! Is it safe? Is it safe? Oh God! I love it too because it's got a little peephole.
Oh.
Little peephole.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
I'm not looking. Fuck! I looked.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Now how do we segue?
Okay.
I got nothing now. I mean, we got our game. We got well. What else? What else, Pete?
I
should.
Okay.
Oh, I should point out for games. So this isn't. I've been play testing one of the games for CosmoQuest a bunch. So I don't think of it the same way because it's work, but
Right.
So one of our developers, Joe, put out an app called Earth or Not Earth, which shows you black and white pictures of planetary surface features. And you have to guess, is it Earth or is it not Earth? And then when you get better at that, you can guess which planet it's from and do a matching game. So I've been seeing planetary surface images in my sleep because I've been playtesting the new version of this game. So look for that. It's a sciencey game, but yeah.
Cool.
Right.
It's not citizen science. It's not doing the science in the same way. It's more of a, learning something to play with in your spare time, and then you can brag about your score on Facebook and challenge your friends and stuff.
I mean, it's not nuns shooting guns. But
it's not
whatever.
nuns with guns.
I mean, whatever.
Or ponies. Or ponies.
Or ponies. Or ponies. Or ponies.
Nuns shooting ponies.
No! Ponies shooting nuns.
No, ponies shooting nuns, dude. Ponies shooting nuns.
No, but not if you know the nuns in this game. They rock.
Okay.
More than the ponies.
Hear that?
More than ponies?
More than ponies. Come on.
Nuns riding the ponies.
All right, so I have two things I want to ask you about.
Nuns riding ponies. Yes, Brian, that's it.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Riding ponies with guns.
They're like dark riders, like the four
I'm
horsemen.
okay with that.
Like the Nazgul.
And they have welding masks on.
Right.
Hey, whenever I see a nun, the first thing I expect to hear when they open their mouth is the screech the Nazgul make anyways.
And they hit you with the yardstick, and you get this black stuff running up your arm.
That's the Mongol blade. It just stays like,
All right.
All right. So no, I have two questions before we move on. Now this is kind of blasphemous, but I'm gonna go back and watch it. It's just that I have like this much time for TV, tiny bit of time for TV, and I'm so hooked I'm so fucking hooked on The Walking Dead, right? That I haven't been watching Cosmos, but I know I can catch it afterwards. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna power watch the whole thing. So
where can I catch it afterwards? Where?
Wait, Cosmos or Walking Dead?
No, Cosmos.
Oh, okay, I thut you were gonna binge watch Walking Dead, which is just a recipe for hating.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah,
I'd need Brian's mask. No, but I'm probably gonna binge watch Cosmos. So, but I know you said you've been watching it. What do you think? Is you're an astronomer holding up? What do you?
I think it's pretty good. Yeah. I look at it very differently because I look at how are they explaining this concept, and then I grill my boyfriend afterwards, and I'm like, what did you learn? And I'm being all dorky. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Nazgul ruler. What did you learn?
Yeah, what did you learn? What you learn? He's like, I don't know, space is cool. But I'm enjoying it. I'm particularly enjoying like live tweeting it with all the people in my time zone, I guess, or whoever's watching it at the same time. But they all are being posted on Hulu for free, so you can totally binge watch it on Hulu.
Yep.
We got Hulu Plus, right? You can Hulu it, not Hulu.
Regular Hulu. Yeah, regular Hulu, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hulu Light. I don't know how this works.
And plus, I wouldn't be surprised if it's on Amazon Prime. I wouldn't be too surprised.
Probably.
If it was on there. Anyway.
Yeah, I haven't checked there. I haven't checked there yet, but somebody sent me the Hulu link. For once, we have TV in my house, so we just don't have cable. We have hooked up to Netflix and whatnot.
Okay.
But my boyfriend bought an antenna so we could watch network TV. Basically, so like we could live snark at the Olympics.
Right.
While drunk, the Olympic opening ceremonies, but we kept it because Cosmos was coming on.
Okay.
So, and it helps that he works at Best Buy.
I think so.
Yeah, but it helps that he works at Best Buy and he got a discount. So I was like, no, we'll keep it.
Sweet. Okay. And
So that's how I'm watching Cosmos.
so, and the second thing is one one of the books I really, really liked was a book called Packing for Mars by Mary Roach. Have you read that?
Yeah, I have. I borrowed my friend's copy in grad school. I enjoyed that a lot. It's the only Mary Roach book I've read so far. I know she's got a bunch of
They're
others.
all
like
good.
Stiff.
They're all
Okay,
good.
I need to read more Mary Roach, but that did not dissuade me from wanting to go to space.
It did me.
For whatever other reason. Really?
Oh, I got
on a camera?
Wait a minute. I got to the end of that book and I was like, okay, never want to be an astronaut. Done.
No Mars for me. No thanks.
No escapees like getting in my eye, you know.
I don't know. I mean, it's the challenge of pooping on a camera that really makes you want to take the next step.
Wait a
for
minute.
humanity.
Pooping on a camera?
Dude, read the book. Don't read the book.
Spoiler alert!
Read the book.
Spoilers.
Mary Roach is really good about writing about things that nobody else generally talks about, but they're things where you're just like, why isn't anyone ever oh, that's right, because these are the little things in life we just don't talk about, you know.
Like dead bodies.
Like dead body, like her book Stiff talks about what happens to dead bodies, what happens to you after you die, not spiritually, but actually what physically happens. I haven't read Gulp yet. That one I'm looking into. My buddy,
Another one.
my book or my work read it, and he said it was really, it was very interesting. What happens to food? So it's everything from the back of your teeth to the
Back door.
the tip of
The
the back
tip of the
door.
brown star.
Yeah, it's what they call the elementary track. So, and there's
Before it
Why-
hits the camera.
You know, Pete, why are you pulling? Well, I got your little reference there. But why are you pulling out all your little fancy words? You know, if it was anyone else on this show, you'd be like, oh, before it hits your poop chute.
all right. Well,
Oh, you're showing off for Nicole. Nicole, he's not normally like.
before it
Those
goes out,
words I don't.
before it goes out the turd cave. You know what I'm saying?
Little turtle head poking out.
All right. Or as I like to say, before you're touching cloth.
Come on, what's my other favorite poop reference of yours?
What's that? Oh, I got a 5-inch grip on a 6-inch turd.
I can't believe I got you to say it. Score.
All right, we went to poop. Okay, so
All right, poop check.
is there anything else that we haven't touched on that you would like to talk about before we move on to the next portion of the show?
I don't know. We've covered poop and ponies. What else do you need in life?
The two P's of the internet. Poop and pony.
So,
No, this is great.
Personal quote.
all right.
Poop and ponies and citizen science. I mean, you know, we
So-
covered everything.
So make sure you visit Nicole Gugliucci's stuff, all her stuff, CosmoQuest. All the links are on our website, and then at the bottom of this video, and it's cosmoquest.org. She can be reached at noisyastronomer@gmail.com. There's also, it looks like a website, noisyastronomer.com.
Yep, that's the blog.
Okay, that's the blog. Okay,
Which
excellent.
I hardly ever write on, but I link to the CosmoQuest stuff I do, at least.
And then make sure you check out Skepchick and
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. What's the other one again?
School of Doubt.
School of Doubt, right?
And Discovery Space News. There's a lot of great writers over
Oh,
at Discovery. You should-
Discovery, yeah, that little thing.
doing all the space stuff, doing all the space stuff. So
They know
Yeah.
some stuff there.
you know a few things. We're not the TV people. We're just the bloggers.
And are you going to be at Balticon this year?
I will be at Balticon.
Sweet, we'll see you there.
Awesome.
Balticon. I'm
We'll
so
be there.
excited.
Excellent.
All
We'll,
right.
we'll be there. That's our backyard.
I don't know anything. I don't know anything about it except that Pamela got us plane tickets, and we're going to
Sweet.
Balticon.
Cool.
Excellent.
There'll probably be a CosmoQuest
Nice.
table, so come by. We'll
Yep.
have laptops, and you can.
All right. Well, we're gonna want to do like an interview or something with you guys too. You know.
Awesome.
All right, we'll
awesome.
swing by. Yeah, absolutely. And we promised to talk about ponies and poop. And
Prepare Pamela for the ponies and the poop.
I'm sorry, Pamela.
but you'll also be at Dragon Con, right?
Yep,
Yep,
I'm at
okay.
Dragon Con. So I know you had Stephen Grenade on a couple weeks
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
ago.
Yeah.
He's doing the science track. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing science and space track stuff. I'm
We're trying to get Steven to let at least one or both of us be like, what do you call it? What are those people
Moderator.
that do with the moderators on any of his tracks?
We've
So,
offered ourselves up as moderators.
Yes. So you know,
guys-
you could request us, whoever you like better, me, to be a moderator for your thing. It'd be great.
We'll
Awesome.
keep
I
it
know.
lively.
I got to start pitching some ideas at him. So that's next somewhere on the list.
Well, I'll tell you what. Take some dirt, wrap it around some CO2, and pitch it really hard.
There we go.
Hit him right in his bald head.
I don't want to de-shine his pretty head. It's so shiny.
Well, we're all in the same club,
Yeah.
Okay.
except for Brian. Brian there is a young man. He still has all of his hair.
Yeah. You got any baldness in your family there, Big Bri?
Nope.
Yeah,
Fuck
we
you.
hate
I mean,
you.
okay. That's nice. Good for you, buddy.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, good for you there, buddy. Yeah. What else you got there? Small penis syndrome, huh?
What?
Huh?
What? Somebody say? What'd you say? What?
Hey, Mike, you're a bird guy. Hold on, I got another one. They're endangered. There's only 2 of them.
That's all right. Let it sit on my shoulder.
All right.
right.
So
I am preparing the game. I swear to God, Pete. I'm going as fast as I can. I'm just having too much fun.
Okay. So Mike, we're gonna Nicole, you can stick around for a little bit.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, you
cool.
got to stick around, Pat. Did you just? Oh, Nicole. I'm sorry. Yeah, you got to stick around, Nicole, because I made this game and I put a couple of things in here just for you. We're playing as I try and sell it as I'm trying to find it. We are playing. Movie Poster Madness. It's a new one I just made up today,
Okay.
and I think you guys will like it.
So should I go to screen share?
You should go to screen share. Well, no, I will be going
No,
to
you're gonna.
screen
No,
share.
my format. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. All right.
And I will be.
Somebody
I am-
share the screen.
I'm F11ing, engaging screen share button,
No.
and
No.
double.
No.
I've done that when screen share has broken on me. Don't look.
Alrighty. So, as you shall see, we are playing Movie Poster Madness. Get a pen and paper or open notepad on your computer, whichever you choose to be, but find something to write and or type with. And, don't worry, there's only 5 of these, Pete, I promise. I didn't go overboard.
Okay. Good.
5 movie posters will be displayed. All words have been removed from the poster. Yes, I photoshopped. I think I did a pretty good job. You let me know what you think there,
Photoshop master.
Photoshop master.
Okay.
Your mission, and you will choose to accept it, will be to correctly name the movie in the advertised poster. In the event of a tie, the game master, that's me, will choose at random a poster from which the tires, yeah, I said that, the tires. will
Wow.
have to
Yeah, there's a
name-
little red squiggly.
Yeah.
Doesn't like
That means you did a good job
it.
making
Just
a word
a
up.
suggestion.
Yeah.
That's the Shakespeare line.
That's right. Anyway, yeah, with the thing, I don't think we'll have any ties here. You guys pretty much, not you, Nicole, but these guys pretty much suck at anything. So,
Oh no, I will battle for suckitude. Oh shit.
number 1. As you will see here, and you know what? I'm going to actually try something nice for our audio listeners, as our panelists will be writing what they think this movie is, writing it down. What we have here is a seascape of some major metropolitan city, sort of falling into the ocean off of some continental type shelf, and pretty much on the brink of past the brink of obliteration. There's gray tones, and it looks pretty.
Okay. All right.
Sensation devastation. All right, number 2. And what we have here is a gentleman wearing an American Outfitters Eagle cap, gray, and we have him wearing sunglasses, and his lips are pursed, and we see a cityscape in one mirrored lens, and in another lens we see the sun contrasted out.
And a bird.
All right. Come a what now?
And a bird.
And so American
Well,
Eagle
no, on the
Outfitters.
lens in the corner above
What?
the sun.
Jesus Christ, Brian, what do you got? Like super?
Oh my god.
Jeez.
That's
Mike, you're the
Oh,
bird, man.
right.
I figured you know this.
number 3. We have an African American gentleman wearing a cowboy hat in southern or old western regalia, and a white gentleman behind him and then mosaic type picture, and that's pretty much all there is to that one. If you're listening on audio, you will never get that one. And number 4, we have a lady who has way too much mascara on for my taste personally. I mean, some guys might be into that. I guess you could say.
And when the mascara's on your forehead, you got it.
The little goth, I guess you could say. No.
Some sort of vampire with war paint. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. Vampire with war paint, and she's wearing a tiara.
Crown. Yes.
Well, I was going to say tiara, but
Princess Vampire Barbarians.
As we say in Baltimore, there's no crown on her head. Crowns are what you color on paper, hon.
Which I got me a red crown and a blue crown.
She got a tiara.
Hold on, let me go get my car keys.
Oh my God.
All right, and number 5. That is a what they call in the Army a pot, which is what you wear on your head to protect yourself from bombs and whatnots, a helmet. It says Born to Kill on it and has some bullets strapped around and a little peace sign on it because, bullets and peace signs are apropos. And, all right, everyone done?
Yep.
Sure.
All right, number 1. And again, I've done this in the right style, so I'm just giving you a recap of what the picture was. And now, the reveal. What?
Woohoo!
So, Peter.
I had 2012.
And Nicole sounds like she had 2012.
Roland Emmerich loves super neutrinos.
And Brian.
Yep.
All right, 1 point each.
That
Or we
movie's
could have
really
called that
funny when you're drunk and an astronomer.
We could also call that movie scientifically inaccurate.
Understatement.
Same with 10,000 BC. Historically inaccurate.
If I get twice as drunk, will that make up for not being an astronomer?
Oh, you don't need to be that drunk to, yeah.
Okay. All right, number 2. Our American Eagle outfitters wearing gentlemen there. Raise your hand if you think you knew the answer. Uh-oh. Will Smith in
Hancock.
Hancock.
I have Will Smith looks contemplative.
Of course, I had an alternate name for the movie, Chapstick the Movie.
Oh, you. Pete, you. All right, so, Brian, I'm to say that you had that one, too?
Yep.
All righty. And moving on to number 3, rather, excuse me. This is...
Shanae Goes West? No, I'm sorry.
A fistful of black dollars.
And a film by Quentin Tarantino, Django Unchained.
Oh.
Nicole, you didn't get that one either?
I wrote a fistful of black dollars. That's
Oh, all right. You know
That's
what?
awesome.
You're going to get half a point just for that. Just for your creativity. And
I'm going to need my shield in just a minute for all the emails we're getting.
Okay.
Brian, did you get that one?
Yeah.
Such
All
a
right.
good movie.
Yes, it was. Okay, and number 4. And number 4, Black
Ooh.
Swan.
Yeah.
That one I got.
Yep.
Still haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Neither have I.
Peter?
But I got it. I heard
Okay,
there's a
so-
really
It's
interesting
interesting.
scene in there.
Oh,
yes. I don't watch it for the mascara, buddy. Just saying. I think of any movie that was like you would call Black Swan probably, it's a good chick flick. I mean, that would fall under chick flick. I think they kept the guys interested, just enough.
There might
be
be a scene like that somewhere.
Yes. So, yes, indeed. All right, and lastly, number 5.
You got to be kidding me, dude. Come on.
I knew this one. I have a feeling Nicole blanked on this, but I don't know.
did blank.
Did
You
you
did
really?
blank.
Oh, this
Did.
is
All right.
really
Well,
great.
it is. I would say this is a little bit of an older gentleman's movie. So, not to be sexist, but it is Full Metal Jacket.
Ah, okay.
But it is a Stan Kubrick movie, so I gotta say it's definitely worth the watch.
Good Kubrick flick.
Yes,
Oh, God.
I definitely give it. So I'm
so
sure.
good.
You two did get it. Do you have any? Do you want to get yourself a half a point to give it an interesting name, Nicole?
No, I just have question marks for that one.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't even give you a quarter point for that one.
Nope.
All righty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Brian. 1, 2.5 for Miss Gugliucci. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, God, I can't believe it. I'm so happy that I came up with a tie contingent.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
All right.
You better make this one tough.
I am rolling my dice for the first tiebreaker, which corresponds to. Oh, I have it here. Let's see. Pete, can you name this particular actress?
Oh, man. Yes, but not right now.
Brian, can you? And someone blurted out first to win.
Natalie Portman.
Ah, you bastard.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Because there's a funny little inside dirty joke me and the guys have for her name.
Oh.
I'd like to dock my ship into Natalie's port.
Man.
Yes.
You're going to have to beat Hancock to it.
I don't get it.
Oh my god.
All right. All right, so Brian wins the game this week. Hey, Brian, is that your first win?
I think it is.
I think it's my second,
Maybe
first or second.
Okay.
I'm happy. Yeah. Yay!
Yeah, a lot of times the guest beats all of us.
Right?
Yeah.
No, not this case.
Well, can't win
That's
them all.
okay.
I did know Natalie Portman though.
Yeah. Should have put
All
Cosmos.
right.
Not for the same reason.
All right.
Okay.
So-
Probably not.
Why don't you want to do the news, and then we can still, if we have time, I would still love to talk about a little bit about Doctor Who. I don't know, Nicole, are you at all a Doctor Who?
Oh yes.
Who?
I don't have my TARDIS in the background because it's in my office now. But yes.
Oh crap!
I have a cardboard
Oh, where's your
TARDIS.
TARDIS?
I built my son. I built my son a Cardis for his Pinewood Derby.
Oh my god!
It's if you want to see it, if you're that, I will go down and get it because it is
Yes,
pretty
yes,
cool.
yes,
I don't mind showing off my
All
Cardis.
right, well, when Brian starts telling when Brian starts talking the news,
I'm not gonna get my Cardis.
you go get your cards.
Yay.
All right, so Mike, you want to talk Doctor Who? Go ahead.
No, wouldn't it be more like correct if he does the news, then I'll run down and get my Cardis,
Okay.
I have a little one.
and then we'll talk Doctor Who while I'm holding my TARDIS.
That's fine. We'll do the news, and then we can wrap up with some Doctor Who talk.
All right.
Okay. So Brian, this is what we call the news or neat shit Brian found on the internet today.
Did a little digging. I found some pretty cool stuff. So the first one, it's the first 3D printed skull transplant.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What?
A couple
Yeah,
months
this is
ago,
cool.
surgeons in Holland actually made. It's her cranium though. It's only the top of the skull. It's not like a complete skull transplant, but it's like just her cap, and it's really cool. Let me see. I'm trying to remember the patient's name. 22-year-old. What was it? Oh, they didn't give out the name. Oh well.
That's why you don't know it.
Yeah, but I thought it was really interesting. I'm actually about to screen share the results of the operation. Pretty interesting because it's a clear, transparent cap.
Now she looks like Mojo Jojo.
Oh my gosh, you'll be able to see her head like all the time. See her.
Hey, what's on your mind?
You don't
Take a
even have to
look.
pay her for her thoughts. Penny for your thoughts. No, just enjoy the show.
Oh God.
Either that or it could be a little slit in her head you can drop a quarter in.
Oh man.
Oh.
Dude.
What happened to her original skull?
She had a rare bone disease that was actually wrecking her vision.
Oh.
And it essentially there was pressure and fluid building to the back of her eyes, and she had to get that cranial part taken off to relieve that pressure. And it's actually interesting because again the magic of 3D printing, children. It's the new fad. It's the new thing. It's gonna be amazing. I mean, look what we've done. We got the world's first working gun with 3D printing. Now this. Actually, no, we also 3D printed a pizza. I remember reading an article on
Yeah,
that.
I did hear that.
Dude,
Yeah.
we can 3D print all kinds of good stuff. This is
I'm
awesome.
sorry. It's wonderful. It's great. I know that being able to 3D print body parts, I mean, especially the bone and, like harder ones, but, muscular ones is going to be bizarre and even better. But, like, to a skull or, bone parts, that's great. But, I mean, we can mold them just as easily, right? I mean,
No,
what?
not with that kind of precision.
No, I was going to say a 3D printer is much more precise because you essentially do an AutoCAD drawing.
Mhm.
You have to do like a drafted drawing of the model you want the 3D printer to make, and it does it to the T.
Yep.
It's so precise, which is why a lot of people are switching to 3D printing, and it's actually cheaper. Like, I went to a Staples, they were selling a 3D printer.
Yeah, but her old skull wasn't doing it, so it's not like they can mold the new one from the
Yes.
old one. It
No.
wasn't working.
No, but the
Mike.
problem is, the bone disease, like that, her old cranium was actually the problem.
No, Mike,
So-
what they can do, they scan her head, and then you take the model and you can modify it. We do this at work, by the way. So they can modify it with the software, whatever software they choose to use. And then when you print it out, you can print out a mold of it. And the beauty of it is, if this thing gets cracked or starts to wear out or whatever, you can grow a new one. You can make modifications. You put it on. She goes, it's a little tight around the ear. You can get in there.
Around the ear. It's a little tight around the thorax.
But the beauty of this, okay, so you got the skull, right? But you know what else is really cool is you got body parts like Roger Ebert. He had the jaw. He had bone cancer in his jaw, right?
Yeah.
And they had to take his jaw off. Now imagine they could have just printed him a new jaw, teeth and everything, and implanted it. They already do that kind of with titanium, but it's super, super expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, now that I think is something that's going to be really big in 3D printing is like printing teeth.
Well, not only that, they already do. Not going to be. They
Well,
do it.
Well,
'Cause,
when I say going to be, I mean like I could go to my dentist and he can print me a new tooth.
He can do that now. They can do that now.
Well, not my dentist.
Well, no, maybe not your dentist, but they actually are doing it now. We had a guy come in and go on one
Yeah.
of our tours, and he was talking about it. He said the dentist actually scanned the inside of his mouth where the opening was. It didn't even scan the tooth; it scanned the opening, and then while he was there, the dentist printed him a tooth. Right?
Wow.
It was it's awesome. So cool.
Oh God, do you need
Yeah,
to be
there's already been talks of when they start getting more stronger material, they'll do it for ships, like actual ships at sea. Whenever there's hull damage, they just fix it right on the spot. So
No, Brian, we're talking skull damage, not hull damage.
where's my shield?
Dude,
All right, I'm gonna go get my TARDIS, please. Talk amongst yourselves.
they're printing houses. They've got these giant 3D printers, and they print houses out of concrete. It's awesome. They're printing. So
It
much
is
stuff.
really cool. So speaking of skull caps, I'm not. Let's see. When people lately, when they have their newborn kid, they have these like little medical helmets they give to babies when they're really young.
No.
What is it? It's like
I
a little.
didn't until I saw this story.
What?
There's man, I forgot the name of the condition that some babies like they'll wear like a little helmet. It's just because sometimes they kind of squeeze the head when they pull the kid out, so they kind of want to put it on to kind of while it's still developing, kind of keep the.
We're from France.
So those helmets usually just come in a bland, boring white color. This artist actually paints those helmets into cool little designs. Here's the original.
Oh, no
Here's the
doubt.
new
That's
one.
awesome.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, so
Cool.
here's some cool ones. R2D2,
Ooh,
R2D2 one,
that's cool.
little pilot.
Aw, that's awesome.
Was it Tuesday in the Park or Sunday in the Park? Is that the name of the painting?
I don't know, but if I'm a kid, I'm feeling gypped with that. Okay.
Wait a minute, you mean this chick can get painted stuff on her skull too?
No.
What I missed? What?
Okay, so
No, they paint
go
moon.
back to
Wait a
the
minute.
top.
They get
Only babies.
Mike, they get citizen scientists to paint moon craters on her scalp.
No. Dude, that
okay. So this artist has been painting these baby medical helmets in fun little designs for the kids, and she's I've seen some of the artwork. It's really cool, like the airman's helmet with the goggles. Got an R2D2 one here, and another one in greater detail.
Jesus,
What
Brian,
does it say about me? I saw goggles and I thought, oh god, they made a steampunk baby.
Right.
Brian, what do you got, a head fetish today?
No, right.
And then, of course, some children's ones like All the Wild Things.
That is
Are.
cool. I like that one.
There's some cool ones. And then, next up, say hello to Poland's stealth tank. Poland has developed the world's first stealth tank,
That's awesome.
apparently. It's actually a prototype right now. It's supposed to be ready to go into service in 2018. It weighs, I believe, 39 tons. That's 3/5 of the weight of the M1 Abram tank we have.
I say it's a little light.
So it's really light, really quick, and it's just something I thought that's really interesting. You know, something I thought I definitely wanted to share, especially since we talk about engineering stuff from time to time on the show.
So what is this? What is the technology behind the stealthiness of it? Just the shaping of the panels around it?
It's lighter. It's more. It has higher mobility. It's very compact and it's modular. It's got a modular concept, so you know the turret will move a lot more easier. It's just it's much more mobile. That's the whole gimmick, and it's very sleek.
All right.
But
so in other words,
does it have that radar absorbing or any
Yeah,
kind
I
of
believe
sensor
it. I
absorbing?
believe it does. Yes,
there you go.
has capabilities. Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, the way our military is today, I mean, tanks are necessary in the battlefield, but the problem is that, you know, we've got things like A-10 Warthogs, except they've just been discontinued, which I still don't understand. But we got the Warthogs, and you've got ground-fired missiles like Hellfires and stuff. The guys can, ground-to-ground missiles that people can just carry around with them. So while tanks are necessary to hold an area, they're also sitting ducks in a lot of ways. So a stealth tank, if you're sitting in a tank, you kind of don't want people to see you if you can help it.
Yeah.
It's not like the old days where they, pew, 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 and the tank won't stop, pew. Nowadays it's like they point a laser at it and a plane flying, 10,000 feet. Yeah. Right.
and how do you kill a warthog?
How do you kill? You shoot it a lot.
Oh.
No, they're tough. They are
Make
flying
Swiss
tanks.
cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have
Not a standard cattle prod or anything? Or?
an A-10 Warthog can actually make it back with 3/5 of its body left.
He didn't even get it, did he, Pete?
What?
Did he,
What? I'm sorry. I'm
Like
sorry.
the actual.
like.
No, I missed it. Sorry.
And what do you got for us next, Brian?
Last but not least, during the filming of the second Avengers movie in Seoul, Korea, a dead body was found during filming.
Who did we kill now?
You are full of wild news today, buddy.
Who did we didn't kill? That's the way we wanted.
Well, no. What's interesting is they were filming a certain part of the city where there was a bridge that was notorious for suicide spots.
Oh.
It's where a lot of people commit suicide. And while they were filming, a security guard, while watching the shoot, looked a little over the bridge, and they found a floater under the bridge, and it got really awkward and complicated. And then, of course, the officials had to come and block off the site and everything. So that was kind of interesting. That's that put a hamper on shooting.
They're gonna put it in the movie.
That'd be great as a deleted scene. Just an outtake.
Samuel L. Jackson riding on its back,
Oh, not even. The way I can see it logically to sneak that in, like during a scene when whoever the bad guy is, it's Ultron is wrecking the city.
Right.
You see busted cityscapes, and all of a sudden, floater. Hard cut to the guy floating under the bridge.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not so special effects.
Right.
Yeah. And it's just funny because this happened right after Joss Whedon did a video public apology to Korea about, sorry that this film is being very inconvenient to the city for traffic and transit. And then it's like, no, it is okay. It's like, I'm glad you did not notice the dead body under the bridge. What the? Oh my God!
Nice.
Yeah. That's low budget. That's something Jay would do in one of his movies.
Right. Surprised there wasn't a pony in there somewhere.
It's a dead G.I. Joe on a Warhammer board.
All right. Well, is that the news,
that's all I
Brian?
got. Yep, those are the highlights for the news this week.
All right, folks. It's now time for TARDIS Talk.
I have a little paper one.
With your hosts, Nicole Gugliucci and Michael Kafis.
Nicole, I don't want to embarrass you here, but I built a TARDIS.
That's so cool! Oh my gosh.
Yes. Where
That's
are you?
awesome.
Oh, there.
Now, did
So
it
did
win?
all the Cub Scouts like vote that as the best car?
No, those little fucks.
Oh, God.
Half of them really good. I don't know what that is. We're gonna vote for the guy that slapped a sports memorabilia piece on his car. Oh, it's purple, and he wrote Ravens on it. It's like,
We're going to
really?
go for the Ravens here, hon.
Yeah.
Fail.
I mean, it's got the light.
Oh my god.
The light, and it says police. Police.
Police in a box.
Yeah, that's the light it is. Yeah, I mean, I literally
Mine
took
says Deadpool.
little pieces of balsa with the whole thing, and
So cool.
yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty proud of it.
I
What is
love
this?
it.
Is this 3 shows in a row now?
Yeah, what's the... Okay. Hey, Mike.
Yes.
Did you build a TARDIS? Just wondering. Just...
Well, wait a minute. Who was it? Was that
Richard
last
Saunders.
week? Was that no. Steven Grenade. He's the one who coined it, Cardis.
Oh, TARDIS. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, who
He gets
commented
credit.
on it?
Oh yes, that's right. You're right. Steven Saunders actually gave me a. I was like, oh my God, Steven Saunders.
Richard Saunders.
Richard, yeah, him too.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking Steven Grenade. Anyway, all right, listen. I gotta get my big head off of this. I'm looking at myself. It's like screwing me up. So here's my here. I don't want to look at you either, Pete.
Okay.
Nicole's
That's fine.
Hi, Nicole. I just finished binging on Doctor Who. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I finished the 50th anniversary, the Day of the Doctor. I finished up with that one.
Mhm.
And I gotta say, as a whole, I am totally in, just in all the way. I can use really vulgar language, right? I can use it around you, right?
Yeah, go
You're
ahead.
fine with that. I am balls in, okay?
You're
on Doctor
awesome.
Who. So I've had a couple of hiccups along the way. So I want to see what another Whovian, or I like to say Whovillian, but whatever, another Whovian likes to think. So, first of all, I'm going to ask you, favorite Doctor?
Me?
Yes.
Okay, so nine was my first Doctor, so I'm kind of torn between him and Tennant.
Okay.
Of course.
Because I love Tennant, but
I like Eccleston, but it's like he left too soon, and it's
Yeah.
I don't know why he left too soon, but he did, and
It was a movie thing.
I know, but I almost don't appreciate him for that, for
Okay.
leaving too soon. But I did like him, and he broke me in on the new whole Doctor series. I never watched as much as I've ever watched before. I've seen a few episodes of the classics.
Mhm.
So that being said, I'm almost like you. I just really just would call myself getting started with all these. Tennant, I think, was perfect for the second role. I loved it.
He was brilliant, yeah.
He spoiled us. That's why
Yeah.
I couldn't get into Matt Smith's character too much.
And funny, Nicole, funny you would just say brilliant, because I caught on, because I kept saying, he always says brilliant, brilliant, oh, it's brilliant. So there is, and if you can see this somewhere, go on YouTube and look up, just David Tennant brilliant, or, Doctor Who brilliant, because it is so funny to see. It is literally, I don't know, 2 minutes of brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And so I highly recommend that. That being said, I am really having trouble deciding who I like better. Do I like Matt Smith more than David Tennant or not? And I mean, at this point, I'll have to go back and watch more of the of Tenet again to kind of compare and contrast. I had one problem with, and near the end of Tenet, the near season finale, not the exact thing that when they regenerated him, but when the whole stolen Earth thing, when it was, I mean, it almost to me jumped the shark. It took me almost fully out of the series when the TARDIS, this thing is towing the Earth It's just, towing the earth, like a little tow truck, a little tugboat. All right,
A little TARDIS that
tugboat?
could.
yes,
Little
little TARDIS that could, for sure, yes. And I know it can be explained. I know we can say with the whole, time, space, timey-wimey, continuum-y, vortexy, powerful, sons of 1,000 punches and everything else, that it's possible. I don't think it needed to happen. That's all I have to say. I criticize it, and I moved on.
See, I was okay with the tugboat TARDIS. I was
There you
not
go.
okay with restarting the universe randomly.
Yeah.
Everything from then on was just like I can't.
Okay,
I
and
just turned that off and
Now,
enjoyed.
and my son, hi Ian, he would agree with you. He would say, that really was his
Yeah.
tugboat TARDIS moment, or just jumping the shark moment, or whatever. But you can't even say jumping the shark, because that kind of just says that it's over for the whole series. But I don't think it is.
No.
That being said, I think I was able to wrap my head around that. I guess because it's like I don't know why I would say that it's more absolute to completely reboot the universe with another Big Bang. It's possible. It's
Yeah, sure.
Cosmy-Wasmy.
Cosmy-Wasmy.
Whatever,
So can I date myself a little bit?
whatever you do on your own time is fine with us.
If it's allowed in your state.
Hey Pete, how you doing? So my favorite doctor of all time is Tom Baker, and he was my first doctor. And of the old doctors, I'll fight you over who's the best doctor.
Tom Baker's he's the
Scarf.
with the
Scarf.
Okay.
Yep.
Not Snarf, Scarf.
Scarf.
But Snarf. Now he was he's my favorite, but I really I've seen some of Tenet and I like him. I haven't actually seen any of Matt Smith's stuff. It's another thing I've been trying to get around to. I'm gonna probably binge watch. But I really liked Eccleston a lot too. And I think the reason why I liked him was he was like this tough doctor, and I kind of liked that. I liked what he brought to it. But
he was post-war. I mean, he was after the Time War, so he was this very dark, brooding.
But you don't even learn more about the Time Wars and some of that stuff until very at the end of the War Doctor, which I had to say this, Nicole and Pete, there's some spoilage here, but I mean, as far as them even throwing another doctor in the middle of everything, I'd say they did it very well. It was much appreciated. The fact that they made that guy, I don't know who that was. I can't name his actor.
Jonathan Hurt. John Hurt.
John Hurt.
Okay.
Fine actor.
World class actor.
Did it very well. He did it very well. Did justice. Just to see the three of them interacting, I really wish Christopher Eccleston would have.
Me too.
Just come back. I mean,
come on.
Really.
Rosie,
again, and there was. I've done some little bit of behind the scenes, on YouTube reporting, and there is a little bit of bad blood, or not bad blood, but just some, he will not have anything to do with it anymore. And I think, you're a douchebag.
He was never much into this. I mean, he wasn't into the series as a kid. He doesn't have the history like Tennant,
And I don't think he even liked the whole Comic-Con and going to cons and being, revered that much. I don't even think he liked that as much. Which, again.
I'm a little excited though because when they announced Peter Capaldi, I'm like, well, who the hell is this, right? So I did a little research and I've watched a couple things that he's in. And this is what actually made me decide, I need to binge watch The Doctor so I can catch up to Peter Capaldi because I'm very excited to see him play that. He's in.
He's gonna be the shit.
He is a fantastic actor. He is really awesome. And he was on Craig Ferguson. This is where I first, kind of was really getting into it. And him and Craig Ferguson are actually good buddies. Apparently they used to drop a lot of acid together at one point. So, so I'm like, I love this guy.
You know what's funny? Capaldi was actually, before he was cast into the show, he was a huge Doctor Who fan. He even did fan art. He did paintings and sketch work of that.
Oh wow!
And he's a super fan of the show.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
And it would be so awesome if he could, if they would let him cut loose, which they won't because Doctor Who is not that show. It's a family show, but he can drop a fuck bomb better than any. Oh my God, he is like a poet with the F word.
Yeah.
Wow.
I called him. There's again, if you look, just since there's not a lot of him with Doctor Who, there's a lot of him, and somebody did some weird splicing of crossover with like him and Doctor Who stuff in the background, but it's actually him in another show he does where he just does like you said, the poetic cussing, and
Right.
it's amazing the way he does. I know exactly what you mean. Anyone can go to YouTube and find that.
It's like I got fucking Cybermen on the left. I got the fucking Daleks on the right.
Yeah, and he's got that more Gaelic, that very Scottish accent. So that's going to be cool to hear a doctor like that, because one of his previous companions was more Scottish. So
Yeah.
that'll be.
I will say this: one thing I am looking forward to in Series 8, correction, BBC Series 8, is the chance that we might see the Master again.
Ooh.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Because there's been rumors about who might get the role. They've been talking about potential people who are going to be cast in it. One of them is Steve Shepard, who was in EastEnders. He seems to be the more likely one because he mentioned something on Twitter saying, "Oh, I'm doing something right now, but I'm not allowed to say what it is." Another one I would have loved to see, oh my God, is Charlie Dance. If Charlie Dance was the Master, I would have fallen out of my chair, because Charlie Dance, he plays the role of Tywin Lannister in Game of Thrones.
Okay.
That's his biggest role right now, and I'm just like, oh, please be right, but it won't.
Right.
I mean, and just I always love the stories with the Master, all the way back to Delgado,
So,
our first Master.
have any of you seen the Doctor Who parody with Rowan Atkinson?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
That is the shit. You've never seen that, Mike?
You
No.
All right, Rowan Atkinson, Doctor Who. Just type that into Google.
All right. I will.
It'll get the job done.
You're welcome.
What is that called?
I can't remember, but
Something with the something death. I don't.
It's funny because I was just watching Black Adder before I got on the show.
Oh.
so Mike,
Nat.
Oh, he kills his uncle.
Mike, you're welcome.
Charlie who? Charlie who? I'm not gonna play it now, but what is it for later?
What?
Charlie.
Rowan Atkinson.
Oh, Rowan.
Rowan
Richard
Atkinson.
Charlie.
I don't know.
Just type in Mr. Bean Doctor Who. It'll come up.
Oh.
No, it will.
If we're gonna wrap up the Doctor Who segment, I did find a really nice clip. A little bit fuzzy on the memory here. I don't remember if I showed you, Pete, and Mike this, but remember the music video for Take On Me, that
Okay.
80s classic
Yeah.
where it's all drawn and sketched? Someone did a crossover of that, but with Doctor Who in
All right, so
celebration
are we going
of
to
the 50th
video?
anniversary. Yeah.
Will, I had one other question for Nicole about this. I wanted to know.
It's saved.
Nicole,
I haven't added on the queue yet.
what was your favorite, just Doctor Who episode you can think of off the top of your head? I know, it's even hard to choose one. So whatever even pops into your mind, what do you think was either that or a mini, the mini of the 2 or 3 series?
Anything
Parts.
where Amy saves the day. Amy Pond. There's a string of episodes where the Doctor is pretty much useless and Amy Pond saves the day.
Okay.
I can't wait to
I
see
love those.
her in Guardians of the Galaxy. That's going to be a good movie with her in it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know she was doing that.
Yeah.
Oh.
She even shaved her head for the role.
That's right. No, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. We did.
She
that.
came to Dallas for an event. We saw her, and she barely had any hair right there. I was like, oh, you're so committed to your role.
Wow.
Oh, and there was I watched a video something I was there's one other thing I want to talk about after this, but I watched a video where I found out there was a later episode where her and Matt Smith both, for one of the 50th anniversary special shows, had to wear wigs because they both had already had their head shaved for parts they were playing.
Wow. For other roles.
Yeah, interesting thing to note. The other thing I was going to say is,
I
need all your help on this. No, it is the feeling. We need to label this, unless I don't know about this. Is occasionally there are things out in the world that I don't know. I'm not, entirely knowledgeable about every single thing in the world, in case you didn't know. But I'm experiencing that feeling after you've binged for 2 or 3 months on a show where you've watched 2 episodes a night, or one, and sometimes even 3 or 4, stayed up way too late than you should have.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go a day without it, and you're just cringing, and then you get all the way to the end, and there's that feeling when you're getting to the last episode, and the last 2 or 3 episodes, and you get there and you're close and you finish it, and then you find yourself looking online for other things having to do with it, and now there's this empty place in my heart, and I don't know what that term is called. What do we call that?
I call
Withdrawal.
it, if I may. No, I'm calling it the the Alexander syndrome, because Alexander the Great had a similar moment when he was at the edge of the cliff and he realized it was nothing but open ocean, and he wept because there was nothing left to conquer.
That's poetic.
I like that, the Alexander
I like
effect.
it.
Yep.
Wow.
Until we can come up with something better. All right, I'm having Alexander syndrome so bad.
I know what. Yeah, I know what that feels like.
So, I just wanted to share that with you.
Yeah.
That was awesome that you are a Whovian, because it's like I'm just like, oh.
Well, Mike, you picked
Yeah.
a good time for it, because I mean Capaldi's going to start up soon, right?
Yeah,
Isn't
I
it
think
Easter
this
time?
summer.
Yeah.
it?
Oh, is it
This
summer or
summer,
spring?
I think.
Another month.
It's this summer, I think.
Yeah.
They're gunning for this summer.
We're filming now, but all right.
Yeah,
All right, so,
'cause, like,
video. So Nicole,
Yeah.
do you
Not
have?
soon enough.
You need to go over to on the left-hand side. You'll see a little YouTube button. It'll pop
Yep.
up. Okay, if you can click on that, it'll launch
Click
YouTube
it. It'll
for you.
download the app, and then it will appear.
And when you're ready, just let me know.
New apps, new apps.
Click OK.
It only takes a second. It's like
Yeah.
a kilobyte.
Brr, 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 brr. Yeah, but my laptop is pathetic.
Okay. Well, you're coming through
Welcome.
pretty good.
Welcome to YouTube Hangouts. Okay. All right.
Alright, so let me just. You guys ready?
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. I gotta do this thing.
It's just a cool little homage they did for the special.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright.
And while we're viewing this commercial, I'll let you know that you will be muted, but you can unmute anytime you would like.
And hey, not only that, but we have to talk over this a little bit because of proprietary rights. So we have to comment on it, or else YouTube will shut us down.
Yeah.
So
I'll go ahead and skip
Before you
the ad.
transform.
I just love this, how they go through all the original logos for the show over 50 years.
Oh god, yeah, I remember that. It was so
No.
80s. All right. So,
Which,
Yeah.
which show is this? Oh, this is who?
Right.
Ooh, who?
what
Yeah,
Mike?
it's a Doctor Who Take On Me mashup that
Oh,
someone
there's
animated.
Rose. Oh,
Yes.
I loved Rose.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Wait a minute, there's Rose and Davros.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were some really good scenes this guy animated to this video.
So I wonder if he animated or if he used
Nice.
like a plug-in. No, he
I'm not
probably animated this.
He probably animated
Wow.
like he overlaid it, but
Oh yeah, he animated. He used whatever kind of what is that? You know, like a filter for it. I'm sure.
Dude, I don't
Yeah.
know. I think he probably drew this because
Nah. Well, I don't know.
Like, oh,
no, this was animated. This was an original animation by Richard
Wow.
Swarbrick.
who's the bald
you my
person?
mummy.
Well,
I don't know. Never
Excuse-
mind. It's
yeah,
it's past now.
but yeah, it's a nice
Wow.
little homage.
Yay! That was
Oh.
amazing.
Yeah.
So I started knitting a few years ago, and the first thing my boyfriend wanted was a Tom Baker scarf. I'm like, do
course.
you have any idea how long that is?
Things like how long is it, by the way?
What a dick.
The one I came out with, it ended up being 11 feet long.
11. Oh my god,
Yeah.
11.
But he wears it to Dragon Con, so.
That's
yeah.
good. That's good.
Oh,
Did he
that's
get the hat?
cool.
So he's got the hat and
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the hat and a wig,
okay.
and yeah, his nose. He's a very Tom Baker nose. I don't know.
Okay.
People stop him constantly for pictures.
Cool. We'll have to get. Well, we'll get one at Balticon. Is he coming to Is he coming to Balticon?
No, he's not coming to Balticon.
Is he coming to DragonCon?
He's not coming to Dragon Con.
He's not
Should
gonna
be.
be
If
Dragon.
he gets off work.
Or he should be. Okay. Cool.
What does he
That's
do?
really
What does he do? He doesn't sound
cool.
so sciencey that you're quizzing him all the time.
He's like, yeah, I don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah.
It's like knock it off.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you and your science friends.
God, I'll just talk about binge watching a show. I remember the worst thing I ever did. I binge watched the 2 seasons of Game of Thrones in one sitting.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
rough.
god.
Speaking of hating humanity.
Oh, hey, I binge watched Attack on Titan.
Bed sores hurt. That's all I will say. Oh my god! Literally in my room, 12 hours. Oh my god!
And it's just like My emotional gland can't take any more of this.
I can't feel any more feels.
Stop killing
Attack on Titan. When I watched it, I couldn't even emote not because I was sad or anything. It was busted. I could not. I don't know. Am I sad? Am I freaking out? What? I looked like Phil Lamar in Pulp Fiction, just holding his head, going, "Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck."
So
Oh,
wait,
fuck.
are you saying for everyone's sake that I need to? That's what I should start. To pull my my proverbial Alexander back from the
The Alexander effect.
from the throat, that I should start Attack on Titan next.
Oh, you
Is
should
that
watch
what-
Attack on Titan.
It's pretty good. You'll say "oh shit" a lot during
Right.
the show.
It don't
I
let,
know I
and
did.
it's you could Ian could watch it with you.
He's already watched it.
Okay, I was gonna say Ian could watch it with you. I don't know about
Yeah,
you.
you're good.
Well, Colin, I don't know about.
Not Colin, but Aaron. He watches whatever the hell he wants
Does
to.
Aaron
I got
watch it?
3
Okay.
kids.
Yeah, because it is a very gory anime.
It's vicious. It's
It's
truly vicious.
visceral, vicious. Oh my god! I can't wait because they just started dubbing it and they showed the premiere of Attack on Titan like 3 weeks ago in Anime Boston, and I'm so looking forward to seeing that dub because a lot of the VAs I know are in it. So I'm just like, yay!
So Heather and Tyler, neither one of those two are involved in it, huh?
No, because Mike McFarlane, another director at Funimation, got the project. Heather and Tyler are still working on Fairy Tail.
Ah, okay.
They're still wrapping up on that.
Stupid
But yeah.
Mike McFarlane.
Hey,
All right.
Mike McFarlane, man, he's the voice of Master Roshi.
I know, but still, we wanted our friends to get it.
Hey, not to be the pooper here, but we got to wrap this baby up.
I was getting ready to
Again?
do that.
Yeah, poop again.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Oh,
Well, thanks for joining us for this episode of the MythWits. Make sure you check out Nicole Gugliucci and all her goodness, all the Noisy Astronomer stuff that she does, the CosmoQuest, the Citizen Science. Get involved in Citizen Science. It's they need all that they can get, and every little bit helps.
Oh, I got one more question for Nicole.
You're killing me here.
Nicole,
Yes. Yes.
Pete wouldn't let me run the game I was going to run tonight because he said maybe we don't want to do this around Nicole. Now, first, I assume that you had a decent time, that maybe you might be willing to come back and join us at some point in the future, correct? Okay.
Sure.
If that were the case, would you be willing to play a different game that I like to call Animal Fight or Animal Sex? You must determine through watching 1 second of a video, are these two animals getting ready to fight or have sex?
Yes.
Okay.
This is something you would be willing to do. Now I
So-
promise you
And
promise you that if you come back, I will have a animal sex or animal fight game for you.
Awesome.
All right,
Awesome.
now
They're
just
doing both.
just for the record, I wasn't trying to protect your dainty sensibilities. It was just that I wasn't
Didn't
comfortable.
know.
Yeah, I wasn't.
You didn't
comfortable.
want to taint, since that's the only place we haven't touched yet, taint your career.
No.
Ah! Oh, yes, I went there to the taint.
Bam!
Bam! Gotta end the show on a bam.
Mike, you slipped that one in there, did you?
I slipped it right on the taint.
Right on the tape.
All right, end it, Pete. End this thing quick. We're
These
about to hit
are
an
all
orphanage.
fun things I can say on your show, but not on my own show. So
You
Right.
can say, hey, you know what?
Fine with
You have not cussed yet. Please let us be a platform for you to say one little snooty little cuss word if you want. Please, what do you want to say? Come on.
Fuckity fuck, I love science.
Yeah.
All right. All
We-
right.
we love
All right,
some
you heard it
fucking
here
science.
first.
All right. So thanks a lot, Nicole. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you guys.
And we loved having you on. Come again sometime. Join us again. We'll definitely be shooting some video at Balticon and DragonCon. So we'll make sure that we capture some more video. Oh, yeah. Sorry, God damn, can't end this show. One last thing. It's just a message from us to you. The interviews we did at DragonCon, we're still trying to catch up on all the video we shot. So that's coming. That's in the pipeline. So you will see that, and we'll link to that. It's just that we actually do a production on these things. So we come together, we cut in images and video, other video stuff, anything that's appropriate. So whatever we talk about, we generally try to throw that in as an additional thing. So it's not just we shot it and we just put it up online. We actually go into cutting scenes in and stuff like that. So,
But
Nice.
because you came on the show, I will go to work and I will start the project tomorrow. I will start.
Oh,
cool.
And
Okay.
it will be out within. I guarantee it will be out within 2 weeks, but probably within a week. I'm going to
Very
shoot for a
cool.
week.
So that'll be
Very
the whole
cool.
star party with Phil and Pamela and,
And
you.
I'll
and
get in touch with
everybody.
you on Facebook, and maybe if there's
Excellent.
any extra stuff we want to add, new things that I can kind of throw in there.
Sure,
too,
if
we
you
can
need
do that.
images, whatever,
Yeah, we
let us
might-
know. We can throw things your way.
That'd be good because we might hit you up for some images, so that we can put them in the videos, and because we could go online and pull them down, but we'd rather get them, something that you would rather show during that part.
Sure.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thanks a lot. Now I'm gonna run the end credits. Good night, and see you soon.
BuzzCon.
You've just enjoyed the MythWits. Join us for a live broadcast next week and every week, Mondays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you miss our live show, you can always catch the encore episodes and the podcast version at our website and on iTunes. Make sure to check out our website at mythwits.com, and of course visit us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and iTunes. MythWits is a Studio187.com production and is protected under an attribution, non-commercial, no derivatives, Creative Commons work. You can download and share it with whoever you like. Just don't change it and don't try to make money with it. Make sure to check out Studio187.com for more cool stuff. See you next week.